I've been grinding for likes on X, and it turns out likes are basically worthless, like mathematically worthless. One reply to your post is worth more than 150 likes. The algorithm weights it that way in the actual code. X published their algorithm on GitHub. The actual source code, weights, architecture, scoring formula, all of it public. This has never happened in social media history. No major platform has ever released the actual math behind their recommendation engine. Before this, every blog post about the X algorithm was educated guessing. Now it's engineering documentation. The announcement post got 16,000 likes and 41 million views. The repo hit over 1,600 GitHub stars within hours of going live. And what the code readers found after digging through that repo invalidated basically a decade of conventional social media wisdom. Everything you've been told about growing on X is wrong. You're optimizing in the exact wrong direction. A like scores at roughly 0.5 weight in the algorithm. A reply to your post scores at 13.5. When you, the original author, reply back to that comment, the exchange jumps to 75. So one back and forth conversation thread is worth more algorithmically than 150 passive likes. A single repost carries roughly 20 times the weight of a like. Profile clicks score at approximately 12 times a like. Bookmarks, which nobody else can even see, are treated as a high intent signal that the user found genuine value. And reports? A report carries a weight of approximately negative 369 compared to positive 0.5 for a like. One credible report wipes out the equivalent of nearly 740 likes in algorithmic score. Getting muted is worse than getting unfollowed. Accumulated not interested clicks destroy your baseline distribution over time. The algorithm doesn't just reward good content, it actively punishes content that generates negative signals. And those negative weights are dramatically larger than the positive ones.
I'll tell you when this changed how I personally post. Once I saw those weights, I stopped ending posts with statements and started ending them with genuine questions designed to spark disagreement. Actual positions where I knew someone would push back because the author reply signal is 75. Every time I reply to a comment in that first 30 minutes, I'm stacking algorithmic value that beats anything a like counter could ever show me.
Now let's talk about how the algorithm actually works under the hood, because the architecture explains why small accounts can blow up while established ones stagnate. Every time you open X, it runs a 4-stage pipeline. First, the home mixer pulls your engagement history, your following list, your preferences, building a real-time model of who you are before a single post is selected. Then it runs 2 retrieval pipelines in parallel.
The first pipeline is called Thunder. It handles accounts you already follow, it's fast, and prioritizes the people you actually reply to most, not just everyone you've ever clicked follow on. The second pipeline is called Phoenix. This one is more interesting. Phoenix uses machine learning similarity search across the entire content corpus to find posts from people you don't follow. It builds a vector embedding of your interests from your engagement history, then finds posts that match that interest profile. This is how a 500 follower account can reach thousands of people who've never heard of them. Phoenix is the out-of-network discovery engine, and it's what makes viral reach possible for small accounts.
The resulting feed is roughly 50-50, half from accounts you follow, half discovered by Phoenix. That ratio matters enormously. Your content doesn't just live inside your follower base. Half the distribution opportunity is always pointing outward to people who've never seen you. The question is whether your content generates the signals Phoenix needs to keep expanding it. After retrieval and filtering, every candidate post goes through the Grok transformer scorer. It predicts the probability of roughly 20 different user actions, multiplies each prediction by its weight, sums them up, highest score wins placement, and after ranking, something called the author diversity score runs. Most people I talk to have never heard of this part. The author diversity score penalizes you for posting too much within a single feed refresh cycle. Your first post in a refresh gets 100% of its earned score. Your second post in the same refresh gets approximately 70%. A third one gets even less. The algorithm is specifically designed to prevent your timeline from flooding any single user's feed. I used to think more posts meant more chances to go viral. The math says that's backwards. One great post outperforms 4 mediocre ones, because the fourth post is already getting suppressed before anyone sees it.
The velocity window is 30 minutes. In the first 5 minutes, the algorithm seeds your post to roughly 5 to 10% of your most engaged followers, plus a small out-of-network Phoenix sample. It's a controlled test. If that seed group generates strong replies and reposts, distribution expands to 20 to 30% of your followers in minutes 5 through 15. If the post is generating velocity well above your baseline by minute 30, it enters, for you, feeds at scale. 10 replies in the first 15 minutes will dramatically outperform 10 replies spread across 24 hours. Velocity beats volume every time.
After 7 days, posts are effectively filtered out of the recommendation pipeline entirely. The algorithm only surfaces content that's 7 days old or newer. There's one exception. If a large account reposts your post late, the distribution cycle can restart. But your baseline strategy can't depend on that. This is why you need consistent fresh output rather than expecting old posts to keep working.
The practical takeaway from all of this is that audience quality beats audience size, and the algorithm enforces it mathematically. 100,000 disengaged followers get worse distribution than 8,000 highly engaged ones. Reply to your comments, especially in the first 30 minutes. Post at a cadence your engaged followers can actually absorb, and stop posting multiple times in rapid succession, expecting the second post to catch momentum. You're suppressing yourself. If you want a tool that's built around how this algorithm actually works, check out Social Boner. It searches millions of viral posts from small accounts, filters for the specific engagement angles that generate replies and conversation instead of passive likes, and has an outlier detection feature that finds posts that went viral from accounts with small followings. That's the signal you actually want to study, what generates conversation velocity from a cold start, not what goes viral from an account that already has 1 million followers. If you need leads, check out Scraper City. For cold email coaching, check out Galadon Gold. And if you want to grow on Twitter and X, use Social Boner. The next video is coming up now.